الله يا كبر الفخر، يا كبر في عيون البشر. الله الله حلم التخرج اكتمل، والشمس تشرق والقمر. الله 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 يا كبر الفخر، يا كبر في عيون البشر. الله الله حلم التخرج اكتمل، والشمس تشرق والقمر. الله الله إنا علاها من الغيوم، وافرحنا تضوي النجوم، والمجد هذا أوله، والحمد لك ربي يدوم. إنا علاها من الغيوم، وافرحنا تضوي النجوم، والمجد هذا أوله، والحمد لك ربي يدوم. الله الله والقمر. الله
Permitted in the auditorium, lobby, or restrooms. At this time, please turn off all cell phones and any other electronic devices. Face masks are only required for those not fully vaccinated. Due to fire regulations, audience members are not permitted to sit or stand in the aisles. In the event of an emergency, please proceed calmly towards the nearest fire exit closest to your seat. Thank you for your attention.
سلسبيل عنوان، مريم أيوب، كندا عسان، لبنى مرهوم، روان بارود، مريم شاغري، صدرة داخل، their continuous help around the school. Please welcome Zakaria al-Bandukji and Amar al-Fawad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولقد آتينا لقمان الحكمة أن اشكر لله ومن يشكر فإنما يشكر لنفسه ومن كفر فإن الله غني حميد. وإذ قال لقمان لابنه وهو يعظه يا بني لا تشرك بالله إن الشرك لظلم عظيم. ووصينا الإنسان بوالديه حملته أمه وهنا على وهن وفصاله في عامين أن اشكر لي ولوالديك إلي المصير. وإن جاهداك على أن تشرك بي ما ليس لك به علم فلا تطعهما وصاحبهما في الدنيا معروفا واتبع سبيل من أناب إلي ثم إلي مرجعكم فأنبئكم بما كنتم تعملون. يا بني إنها إن تك مثقال حبة من خردل فتكن في صخرة أو في السماوات أو في الأرض يأت بها الله إن الله لطيف خبير. يا بني أقم الصلاة يا بني أقم الصلاة وأمر بالمعروف وانه عن المنكر واصبر على ما أصابك إن ذلك من عزم الأمور. ولا تصعر خدك للناس ولا تمش في الأرض مرحا إن الله
for their own good. And whoever is ungrateful, then surely Allah is self-sufficient, praiseworthy. And remember when Luqman said to his son, advised him, "O my dear son, never associate anything with Allah in worship, for associating others with Him is truly the worst of all things. And we have commanded people to honor their parents, their mothers, more than through hardship upon hardship, and their weaning takes 2 years. To be grateful to me and your parents, to me is the final return. But if they pressure you to associate with me what you have no knowledge of, do not obey them. Still keep their company in this world courteously, and follow the way of them who turn to me in devotion. Then to me you will all return, and then I will inform you of what you used to do." Luqman added, "O my dear son, even if a deed were the weight of a mustard seed, be it hidden in a rock or in the heavens or in the earth, Allah will bring it forth. Surely Allah is most subtle, all aware. O my dear son, establish prayer, encourage what is good and forbid what is evil, and endure patiently whatever befalls you. Surely this is a resolve to aspire to. And do not turn your nose up to people, nor walk pridefully upon the earth. Surely Allah does not like whoever is arrogant, boastful."
MashaAllah. These voices will truly be missed. Jazakumullah khair for those beautiful recitations. Our next presenter is a long-standing, respected member of the community. His name is Kareem Mahsarani. He is a graduate of the IEF from the class of 2005. He went on to NJIT, where he earned a master's degree in biomedical engineering. After working in the engineering field, Brother Kareem went back to business school, where he graduated from Columbia University with honors. Kareem is currently a vice president at a venture capital and private equity firm in New York City, where he invests in the next generation of medical technologies. Kareem is most proud of his extracurriculars, where he is an active member of the IF board and is board treasurer for the Islamic Center of Passaic County. We welcome Brother Kareem.
Wow, what a unique and special time for so many of you and so many families. Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the countless blessings He has bestowed upon us. We continue to experience various difficulties, whether they're health related, social related, or even now economic related with the high inflation. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised us that with great difficulty comes even greater ease. Second, I'd like to thank and congratulate the parents of the graduates. On behalf of the IEF board, thank you for entrusting us with both the education and nurturing of your children. As a parent myself, I know it is one of the most difficult decisions you have to make. You want to give what's best for your children, but you don't want them to sacrifice their deen or their dunya. And as evidenced by the kids standing behind me, or sitting behind me, you have not sacrificed at all, mashallah. And now, onto you, class of 2022. The word that came to mind was mashallah. A lot has changed since I graduated in 2005. I mean, you guys have actual basketball courts with actual hoops that don't look like they were taken out of somebody's driveway. Also, when I graduated, we were a measly 20. Now, mashallah, you guys are almost 70 students. And the facilities are much better. Although I'm sure you guys complain just as we complained. And the generation before me used to complain, but they were educated in a trailer in Jersey City. We've grown a great deal over the time. But what's beautiful about being a Ghazali and what's consistent and what hasn't changed is the passion of the teachers, like Sister Khadeya, or those heartfelt hugs that the brothers receive from Sheikh al-Hayy. You will not find a more passionate and dedicated staff to your children. I guarantee you that. In class of 2022, I'm not going to make any bold claims about what lays ahead, because I'm sure the staff has prepared you for that. And life takes many twists and turns. As Sister Muna mentioned, I started out in engineering and now I'm in venture capital and private equity. Although you will no longer be together as a class, You've built bonds with your peers. You're going to attend each other's weddings. You're going to attend the births of each other's children, and you always think of one another as brothers and sisters. You will continue to create and foster new relationships, but the bonds that you build with your brothers and sisters that you're graduating with today will never be replaced. You're also entering a world where the bar is constantly being risen. We, mashallah, have graduates who are imams of masajid, who lead their university MSAs, are successful entrepreneurs in their 20s. Others are leaders of major corporations. We have the lawyers, the doctors. But what is consistent, however, in Ghazali graduates is they never forget what it means to be Muslim. And I encourage you, brothers and sisters, to not forget your identity. What it means to believe in one belief. In one God. The selectness of being Ghazalian is a burden, brothers and sisters. Your parents and teachers have invested in you for the last 5, 10, and some of you even 12 years. Now as you go out, you need to live out those values. Not just live them out with yourself, but cultivate them in others. We are in a time where the community and society at large needs your morality, needs your ethics, especially for the equality and justice for everybody, more than ever. The Prophet described the believer as someone who others trust with their money and their lives. So be those people that are entrusted with the lives and money of others. Finally, brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructed the Prophet when he told him he will lay a heavy burden on him to continue feeding his soul through worship. So don't forget to continue to invest in your spirituality. Don't forget your 5 daily prayers. Just as you will go out and feed your minds with knowledge and your body with food to live up to your values you've been taught, you need to continue investing in those souls, brothers and sisters. Class of 2022, you came to Ghazali for an education, and you are leaving with friends, mentors, and some of you even spouses. As much as you've been given from these blessings, you are burdened to give back. The burden, brothers and sisters, is to make every place you go better than it was when you left it, through basic Islamic tenets of enjoining good and rebuffing maliciousness. My kids are now in a hikmah school. My oldest is in 2nd grade, and I really look forward to 15 years from now, when I hear that one of you is a board member, giving a speech on this podium, and I'm sitting there with your parents, inshallah.
Jazakallah khair, Brother Kareem, for this wonderful advice. Our next presenter is a woman who really does it all. And her dedication to the student body is something that each and every one of us can attest to. She's my mother and a mother to all of us. Without further ado, Sister Khadija.
والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق وخاتم الأنبياء سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. I stand here today in front of a beautiful audience of parents, families, and friends, staff. It truly is an honor and a blessing to be here with you today. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Please allow me first and foremost to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for granting me the honor and privilege, as well as entrusting me with the responsibility to serve my students and my ummah, inshallah, and hopefully be a guide. I would also like to thank our dear parents, our dedicated teachers, staff, PTO members, and IEF board members for entrusting me to be your principal. Alhamdulillah, it has been a long journey, almost 25 plus years of seeing and watching beautiful young men and women turn into the most amazing people, the most amazing Muslims, the most amazing professionals, and I stand here proud and tall. Alhamdulillah. This year's graduating class has come a very long way. Their journey has been highlighted by numerous scholarships to many universities, acceptances to so many universities across the country, to the Ivy Leagues, to the programs that are accelerated, where acceptance rates are 2 and 3%, mashallah. Takbir for our graduates. 100% moving on to universities, alhamdulillah. MashaAllah, we are so proud of you, and will continue to pray for your success in this dunya wa fil akhirah. Most importantly, students, graduates, I want you to understand and remember that your successes come by the will of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that you should always be grateful to Allah and to your parents for putting so much effort in you, and to your friends and your teachers who have worked so hard throughout the years to help you reach where you are now. I know it's been a very unprecedented time during the whole COVID years. We mentioned how our students sitting on the stage started off in sophomore year with going home virtually, and through junior year virtually, almost all of it, and finally in senior year coming back in person, which was a blessing, alhamdulillah. A blessing maybe, sometimes, but really it was nice to have them back, alhamdulillah. Remember that I pray, inshallah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings ease to your hearts, guides you always, and that you hold Allah and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ first and foremost in your lives. This is my message to you. We are leaving an isolated school, and you're going out into the real world now. And you really have to stand up tall and strong and be proud of your identity. I cannot say that enough. Be proud to say that you're Muslim, inshallah. I again thank Allah for allowing us to have this beautiful gathering in this beautiful auditorium here at Chase William Patterson University. It was a true blessing that we were able to get this, alhamdulillah, and I thank our parents for their help and their contributions as well, so we can have the space and enjoy our celebration today. I also thank the PTA for having the nice graduation dinner on Thursday. I hope that you all enjoyed it. For it is only by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we can do well. I am so proud of each and every one of your accomplishments, my class of 2022. You have truly earned your diplomas. You have worked so hard, dedication, patience, and sacrifice as you took your AP classes and your SAT exams and all the exams at Al-Ghazali. I know that was a lot. And filled so many college applications and worked tirelessly for the past 3 or 4 years as we have some early graduates, mashallah. Following in the command again of Allah to always seek knowledge and use that knowledge for beneficial reasons for yourselves and for the society around you, please. Remember this hadith by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Seeking knowledge is one of the things that will surely lead us to paradise. So please, whoever follows in this path of pursuit of knowledge, Allah will make his way to Jannah easy, inshallah. Hold close again to what defines you, your deen of Islam, your character, your individualism, and remember to always thank those who have brought you to this place right now. Alhamdulillah. Finally, it takes really a lesson that you have learned, inshallah, through the years that you've been in Ghazali, inshallah, and that you take everything that you've learned, and as you grow and become, inshallah, not only students in colleges, when you go into your workplaces and you have your careers, that you will always stand out. And that is something that we are very proud of at the IEF, that our alumni, I can't say it enough, mashallah, grow into such wonderful young men and women and professionals and fathers. As Brother Kareem was just here, my salami, told you, he comes back to give. We have Brother Amir also on the board. And mashallah, I can't tell you the amount of students that I know who have become doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers, humanitarians, you name it. They have become such great professionals. But I say the majority of us always want our kids to be doctors. And we do have a lot of doctors, mashallah. Keep up the great work. Congratulations to the class of 2022 on your outstanding achievements. Again, it was a true honor for me to be your principal, and I ask Allah to forgive me for any of my shortcomings, and that you know that you will always, always be in my dua forever, inshallah. You will always be in my dua, that Allah grants you success in this dunya wa fil akhirah. Wa jazakumullahu khairan wa barakallahu feekum. Thank you so much. For our wonderful graduates.
Barakallah fiki, Sister Khalbiya, for your inspiring words. recitation of a poem written by Sister Sally Ahmed, but read by Sister Stephanie Espero.
Wow, I know you too. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sister Stephanie. For those of you that were at the dinner, I hosted, so it's an honor to be back here. I tried to convince Sister Sally to read it herself. You still have 4 seconds to say yes. No? Okay, I'll read it. I thought about also doing an impression of her, and then I tried, and it failed. So it's my voice, but her words. Okay, so farewell to the class of 22. Industrious pupils climbing the web of life, exemplified by their diligence and strength. A severe case of senioritis befell your class. It's no wonder you never had a late pass. Extensive lunch breaks that sometimes ended in no return. Oh, my dear students, when will you learn? Procrastination seems to be your best friend, yet it is a silent enemy that lurks in the end. The nuances of the pandemic you have survived. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provides and does not leave us deprived. Learn from your mistakes and move ahead. The path of enlightenment is what you tread. The light that will guide you is your deen. On that day, it will leave you glistening with a sheen. You are equipped with the tools of the Quran and Sunnah. Inshallah, you will contribute to the Muslim Ummah. As you start on your new journey called college, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to increase you in knowledge. Don't forget those that helped you pave the foundation. Cherish every aspect of your education. We will remember each of you in every way. Your talents are as diverse as a flower bouquet. To the graduating class of 2022, make the best of this temporary life that we pass through. I just want to add something that I remember. This was the class that I taught 9 years ago in 4th grade. So these are my 4th graders, and it's an honor to see you guys as 12th graders now, and that's really exciting. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sister Sally and Sister Stephanie, for these words to live by. And now we're going to begin with our students themselves and their words. This individual is often found helping around the school. He displays the model Islamic character. He is truly a pleasure to be around. Although I've never taught him, I can attest to how kind and wonderful this young man is. Please welcome Ekmel Pasha.
Sister Khaldia, Sister Sally, Sister Muna, and everyone who gave me the opportunity to give this speech. Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear respected Sister Khaldia, Vice Principal Sister Sally, dear respected parents, teachers, staff, friends, and family. Whatever good I say is from Allah and any errors are from me. By the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we all have been given the opportunity to be here sitting in front of you today. Now, starting the speech would be pretty generic, starting with like a Google definition of a word. So the Bing definition of a relationship is the way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected, or the state of being connected. The key word here is connection. I can easily say, being throughout these 4 years, I have any type of connection with any of these guys here. I could say words like chalk, or carrot, or arif, or bunny, or something like that, big Nas, and only these guys would understand what I'm saying. And some of these guys, we have bonds through the gym, reselling, cars, or being connected to our communities in general. These close bonds have been really close to us, and these are all similarities we have whilst being first and second generation Muslims in America. And the school taught us to fostered these passions of ours, right? Now, the school taught us to be passionate from miles away, passive with the things we say, and to pass up on our old ways. Now, as long as we follow our passions, there will be challenges no matter where we go or what we do. What I'm asking of each and every one of you and myself is that we face those challenges with our heads held up high and our hearts wide open We must strive for excellence in all that what we do, no matter how big or how small the task at hand might be. Now, alhamdulillah, this past year was tailored for us seniors. During Quran, we took this story of Yusuf alayhi salam, which emphasized patience. During Arabic, we took the fundamentals of Islam, the 5 pillars. And lastly, in Islamic class, we took how to be functioning Muslims in society with Sheikh Al-Hayat. The skills and knowledge I learned at this school are preparing all of us to be future leaders, educators, and committed members of a prosperous society. Now, before I end off, I really want to emphasize the gratitude towards all of you guys, all the parents here. So, those we get all of our inspiration, our motivation, and all of our love from, I want to give a big thank you to all the parents who are here. A round of applause. And on behalf of the class of 2022, I congratulate each and every one of you, and I thank everyone that was here for our graduation ceremony. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khair, Brother Akmal. We look forward to hearing great things from you in the future, inshallah. Our next speech will be given by a dedicated young senior whose smile radiates throughout the school. Her sense of logic is admirable. Please welcome Ru'a Salim.
First and foremost, I want to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and express my gratitude for being given the opportunity to give this speech. I appreciate everyone's presence this morning, from teachers to friends and family. Thank you to our compassionate principal and vice principal for treating us like family rather than students. Thank you for staying with us, teachers, parents, and friends. Thank you to my mom and dad for supporting me through every step of the way. We had some of the greatest teachers and they devoted everything they had in hopes of raising excellent individuals. You have all had a significant effect on the students who will be graduating today. I speak on behalf of the entire graduating class of 2022 and thanking you all for your efforts to this point. We would not be able to be the people we are today without every single one of you. I had a lot of things running through my head when I initially got down to prepare my speech. Am I going to reflect about important experiences in my life? What about speaking to the entire school about important events? What should be the message I aim to convey? Will I be speechless? Because to be honest, I didn't believe what it took to do this. However, the most crucial goal I set for myself was to give a speech that was genuinely unique. I didn't want to give a dull speech that put people to sleep, nor did I want to give the standard, your path concludes here, but a new one begins once you graduate. But instead, I want to provide enthusiasm and unique insight into this monumental, unforgettable day. Today is not your typical day. In fact, for most of us, it may be the most meaningful and life-changing moment you have had until this day. After working for almost 13 years for this moment, it's difficult and rather unfair to overlook the commitment, persistence, patience, hard work, and even sacrifice that each graduate embodies. Without a doubt, our diploma provides us with a multitude of options, and I encourage every one of you to seek what is most important to you. Choose something where you believe you can make a difference and excel in it. Recognize that change does not need to be big. We can't all be the wealthiest or the most famous. What we all can be is influential. We can all change the world in our unique ways, be it kind words or giving others support. Never underestimate the power within the smallest actions, and never underestimate yourselves. Of our class's achievements, which include being the first to graduate from a semi-normal atmosphere after the pandemic, as well as innumerable successes on behalf of many students, are any indication of what we'll achieve, the future appears to be promising. We studied and worked hard and learned so much from our high school courses, but we've also learned a lot of life lessons along the way, lessons that I know we will carry with us for the rest of our lives. Looking at you, class of 2022, I understand that I may never see many of you after today. That is a painful realization because we all basically grew up together. We endured and struggled through some of the most difficult times the world has ever seen, and we made it. We succeeded. I don't know about you, but I view it as a motivation to do my hardest when I watch others succeed. It makes a huge difference to have the right mentality. What you are capable of attaining is truly amazing if you feel you can achieve anything and don't let people tell you otherwise. So it's sad to say goodbye to all these familiar faces, but I am also thrilled because I have zero doubt that each and every single one of you sitting here today will go out and do big things. I would like to conclude my speech with a quote from Colleen Hoover's book, It Ends With Us. She says, "You can stop swimming now. We finally reached the shore." While the quote is the meaning to the end of the book, I'm interpreting it in a sense that we start a new one. Swimming in the scenario would be us trying to find ourselves and our passion. We reached the end and made it to the shore. The shore in this is our future and what we decide to do with it. The shore is our new book as we move on from our school life onto new and greater things. So I encourage you, class of 2022, to not only take advantage of the opportunities that are accessible to you, but also to follow your instincts and work for a cause that is meaningful to you. Rather than following the lead of previous generations in graduating classes, push yourself to forge your own path. Persistence is the key. The threats and risks are always evident, but the struggle makes the win that much more gratifying. It's not about the money or the prestige of the position for me, it's about whether I can make a difference and look what I do. I can't stress this enough, but I am proud of each and every single one of you, so I want to thank you all for swimming along with me and finally reaching the shore. Thank you again to all of our supporters, including our families, friends, teachers, and anybody else I may have forgotten. Again, congratulations to the class of 2022.
MashaAllah, thank you for your beautiful speech. Inshallah, all of your paths will be easy. Our next presenter is a young brother who joined the school during his senior year. He has certainly left an impression on the school and will be missed. Please welcome Islam Abu Zayd for the
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والحمد لله رب العالمين الذي جعل لأهل العلم منزلة عالية ومميزة عن غيره. فقال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم: يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات. وقال سبحانه وتعالى: قل هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون إنما يتذكر أولو الألباب. أيها الأهالي الكرام، الهيئة الإدارية الموقرة، المدرسون والمدرسات الأفاضل، الزملاء والزميلات الخريجون الأعزاء، أقف اليوم هنا وأنا أحمل مشاعر التقدير والاعتزاز الانتماء لهذه المدرسة، ونفتخر جميعا من هذه المدرسة التي تعلمنا بها على مدار أعوام، واستطعنا أن نحقق إنجازات وتوفقا عظيما من الناحية الدراسية والدينية، ونحمد الله رب العالمين، فما كان لنا أن نصل لهذا لولا التوفيق منه. أيها الحفل الكريم، اليوم نحتفل بجني ثمار تعبنا وجهدنا، ولكننا لم نصل إلى نهاية المطاف بعد، فما زال أمامنا الكثير، لأن مرحلة الثانوية مرحلة تكوين وإعداد للجامعة ولما هو قادم. فالمرحلة القادمة مرحلة وعي وتطبيق لكل ما تعلمناه، ويجب علينا أن نثبت جدارتنا ونكمل مسيرتنا في طلب العلم، وأن لا ننسى من نحن وإلى أين ننتمي. فقبل كل شيء نحن مسلمون، وديننا يحثنا على طلب العلم، وأن لا نستحي من طلب المساعدة. فنحن الآن على أبواب عالم جديد وبيئة جديدة، وليس عيبا ولا نقصانا أن نلجأ إلى من هو أعلم منا. وفي هذه البيئة الجديدة تكثر الفتن، وعلينا أن نبقى مع الله ونحافظ على الصلاة ونبقي القرآن في قلوبنا، ونري العالم دين الإسلام على حقيقته، ونرفع رؤوس أهالينا ومدرستنا التي لها فضل كبير علينا. ففي هذه المدرسة تعلمنا القيم والأخلاق، ولها الفضل أيضا في تعليمنا والدين وتحبيبه إلينا وتنشئتنا في طاعة الله. ففي المدارس الحكومية لا يتعلمون الدين ولا الأخلاق، ولها الفضل أيضا في ولا يتعلمون الدين ولا الأخلاق، ويسهل الوقوع في المعاصي. ووجودنا في المدارس الإسلامية نعمة عظيمة يجب أن نحمد الله عليها آلاف المرات. أيها الحفل الكريم، من لا يشكر الناس لا يشكر الله. بعد شكر الله سبحانه وتعالى على ما من علينا به أتقدم بكل معاني الحب والشكر والامتنان لأم الحبيبة التي ما توقفت عن مساعدتي ويسرت في دربي فيما مر من أيام. أمي التي كانت وما زالت النموذج الأعلى للأمهات، وكذلك والدي. والشكر موصول مني ومن زملائي الخريجين لجميع الأهالي الكرام الذين تعبوا وسهروا وشجعونا على الدراسة. وأود أن أشكر نيابة عن نفسي وعن زملائي مديرتنا العزيزة الأخت خلدية التي أشرفت على المدرسة، ونشكر جميع الهيئة الإدارية والمدرسات والمدرسين على ما علمونا ولتهيئتنا للمرحلة القادمة. أخواتي الخريجين والخريجات، أبارك لكم ولأهليكم تخرجكم، وأتمنى للجميع مزيدا من النجاح والتوفيق. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
As he does, mashallah. And now we will move on to our Urdu speech that will be given by one of the most well-mannered young men I have ever met, Taha Hussein.
सबसे पहले मैं आज सबका शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ। अब शुरू होती है स्पीच। हम सबके बचपन से आज तक इतने भी वक्त नहीं गुजरा है, लेकिन आज देखिए हम सब यहाँ पे ग्रेजुएशन के लिए तैयार है। खुदा ने हमको ये मौका दिया बिल्कुल, लेकिन अपने पेरेंट्स का मेहनत हम ना भूलें। हमारे दोस्तों और ख़ानदान का प्यार और मोहब्बत ने इस काम को मुमकिन बनाया। हम स्टूडेंट्स आज आप सबका दुआ के वजह से यहाँ पर खड़े हैं। ये सब के लिए मेरे दोस्तों और क्लासमेट्स के वास्ते से मैं आप सबको बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया और धन्यवाद कहना चाहता हूँ। जाने के पहले मैं और इस ज़बान पे थोड़ा सा बात करना चाहता हूँ। अस्सलामु अलैकुम एवरीवन। আমি আশা করছি আপনারা অনেক ভালো সময় পাচ্ছেন এখানে। আমি উর্দুতে বললাম, আপনাদের দোয়া এবং খেয়ালের কারণে আমরা সবাই এখানে আছি, এটার জন্য অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ। আমি আশা করছি যে আপনারা সবাই এখানে সময়টা আরও ভালোভাবে কাটাবেন। मैं सिर्फ फिर उर्दू बोलूँगा, मुझे माफ़ कर दीजिएगा अगर मेरे उर्दू में कोई गलती हो। मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आज आपका वक्त अच्छा गुजरेगा। अस्सलाम वालेकुम। Now it's time for the translation. Salam everyone. First of all, thank you for coming here today. And now I'm going to start the speech. Not much time has passed since we were children, but now look at us today. We're already ready to graduate and move on with our lives. This wouldn't be possible without the blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but let's not also forget the hard work, care, and love that our parents, friends, and family has given us. So for all of that, on behalf of my friends and classmates, I would like to say thank you very much. This is all I have to say for today, and hope you have a enjoy the rest of your day. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah khair. Sister Khadija has put together a short video presentation that we will be playing for you now. If you could direct your attention to the projector.
صارت بالإيد لما نعلم هالفرحة لما شحبنا الليل حسينا وتعبنا ومهمتنا راحتنا وصلنا كل الدنيا انفتحنا وانفتحنا وهالليلة قلبنا وهالفرحة فرحتنا ربنا نرقص ونغني والشيء بيسكتنا فرحة بالدنيا مثل فرحة بالنازع وجهنا فرحوا أهالينا وكل الناس تهنينا اللي معنا وشد الكف فرحتنا وخلصنا دراستنا الناس قالت لنا ألف مبروك بعد دراسة وتعبوني نجحنا احنا يا عمي والليل راح تحلمنا يدخلوا ألف طلبت عم الأفراح وكل بيبقى